A chemistry teacher turns on a light switch. A split second later, a 3-story building is leveled, and the world's most dangerous gas is forced to find a scent. The year is 1937. In the oil-rich town of New London, Texas, the school day is almost over. The school is the pride of the county, a modern million-dollar structure built with oil money. To save $300 a month in heating costs, the school board has tapped into a residue gas line from a nearby oil field. The gas is free, abundant, and completely odorless. For weeks, a slow leak has been filling the hollow crawl space beneath the shop glass. The air feels normal. The students are laughing. But the basement is now a pressurized chamber of invisible fuel. At 3:17 p.m., a shop teacher clicks on an electric sander, and a single blue spark jumps from the motor. The air itself ignites. In an instant, the roof lifts off the walls before the entire structure collapses into a mountain of white dust. Months earlier, the school board sat in a quiet room looking at the budget. They had a choice: pay for treated commercial gas that carried a slight scent, or borrow the raw, untreated gas from the parade of oil wells surrounding the playground. They saw it as a victimless shortcut. It was a waste gas that would otherwise be burned off in the fields. And this was the fork in the road. If they pay the $300, a janitor smells the leak in February and clears the building. By choosing the free odorless line, they removed the only warning system that nature provides: the sense of smell. They traded the safety of a regulated utility for the invisible danger of a raw one, never realizing that free would eventually cost the lives of 294 children and teachers. The next day, the Texas legislature meets in an emergency session. They mandate that all natural gas must be malodorized. The next month, chemists introduce Mercaptan, the smell of rotten eggs. The scent is added to every pipeline in the state. 10 years later, the Texas standard becomes the federal standard, and the smell of gas becomes a universal language of danger. Every decade, a homeowner smells a leak and walks outside, and a tragedy is avoided by a scent. We think of progress as a series of inventions, but often it's just a series of reactions to pain. We didn't decide to make gas smell because it was a good idea. We did it because we couldn't live with the silence of New London. It's a reminder that sometimes the most important things in our lives are the ones we can't see. But what if the school board had stayed with the commercial line? The light switch is flipped, the sander whirs to life, and the class ends like any other. The children go home to their parents, and the school stands for another 60 years. But without that explosion, natural gas remains a silent, odorless killer for decades longer. The tragedy of New London was a localized horror that created a global shield. It forced us to give a voice to a silent element. Would you want to live in a world where gas was still invisible? This is the ripple of a single spark in a Texas basement. And today, whenever you smell that familiar, pungent scent in your kitchen, you are smelling the legacy of New London, Texas. It's a warning that was written in 1937. So what about you? Have you ever ignored a small hiss in your life only to realize later it was a warning? Share it in the comments below. And if you would like to explore more of these ripples in history and in life, please hit subscribe and join me on the Ripple Trace.